What's good, y'all? We finna react to how to totally destroy your album Rollout. I guess they talking about Roddy Ricch and his new album. Yo, when was the last time y'all heard from this nigga? Dog, I think this nigga really dropped one album. After that, bro, everything was just, I don't know, dog. I never once heard a nigga say his favorite rapper was Roddy Ricch, bro. I haven't heard that shit in a minute. Now when I was in like 9th grade, you feel me? Because that's when his album came out. Everybody, no, I'm saying it was like one person that said, one or two people, like, oh yeah, Roddy Ricch, that's my god. But now, nigga, you said Roddy Ricch your favorite rapper? Get the fuck out my Get out. Don't even, I'm not giving you no odds, man.
New Navy album this month on December 5th. However, just like we also saw on October 24th, July 18th, April 25th, or February 21st, and even as far back to last December, at a ridiculous total of now 6 delays and counting, Roddy Ricch's Navy rollout has turned into an absolute disaster.
First off, this is either the 5th or 6th date just in 2025 that this has happened with.
6 late date? Why are you pushing it back that far? Nigga, you're not Cardi. You're not Uzi.
I don't know why people are just saying this now. This has been happening since February.
On each of the 6 times that Navy has been scheduled to drop, its release date quietly got pushed back with only hours to spare.
Right,
and with not one explanation from Roddy or his team, this then leaves us with the question, did Roddy Ricch simply lose all of his confidence? Or is something deeper going on behind the scenes? Well, it's not the reason you
Who was he signed to? Was he signed to anybody?
Him, I think they're scared of that. Or whether it be him, the label, somebody, we can't have another one of those.
As crazy as this is about to sound, it has now been over 6 years since Roddy's debut album completely took over the world.
Literally, bro. Everybody,
his excuse me for being antisocial exploded into the mainstream, and The Box became one of the biggest records of the year, going on to get certified diamond.
Real niggas know. I didn't be ballin' out every season. No, it's I'm gonna marry them because I gotta keep you for all this out another league. What, nigga? That song, boy. I used to play that shit every day at the bus stop.
In the moment, it truly felt like we were watching rap's next megastar take shape. And, like you could guess, the money was flowing in just as fast.
Man, so when we talk about feed the streets, this dude got a full diamond fork, knife, and napkin in the fork.
Nah, that's fine.
While Roddy may still have enough money to buy insane jewelry like this, though, today his delays are the only thing making him headlines, not his music itself. However, in order to get to the bottom of these 6 ridiculous delays, and understand how the Navy album is already a meme, competing with GTA 6 to see who will ever release, first we have to look back at how we even got here.
But you gotta think about it though. Niggas is still waiting on the album. They making videos like this. You feel me? Like y'all still got some
biggest enemy has always been the ghost of his own early success. Ever since his entry into the game with his Feed the Streets mixtape in 2017, and then its sequel a year later.
No, that
once he heard Roddy's fire track, Get Up, this one song and music video was all that Dallas Martin needed to see. This guy right here.
All I could take credit for is just knowing Roddy was gonna be a superstar when I signed him, and just
Who
giving
was
him
that?
the tools he needed to be successful. Just put him in the room with the right producers and just giving him stuff that he needed. But like Roddy, it just like his first mixtape in the streets too. Yeah, it was all him by himself.
As the senior vice president of A&R at Atlantic Records, it was at this
Senior
point
Vice
when Roddy
President
Ricch
A&R
would
at
make his
Atlantic
first ever
Records.
record
Okay.
deal with Atlantic. And make sure to keep that in mind too for just a sec, because it's about to be very important. Yet, with a major label now backing him, 2019 again delivered us Roddy's debut album full of straight hits. High Fashion, Start With Me,
Straight
Stepper,
bangers.
Backseat, and a...
What was y'all favorite song in this album, bro? I think mine, Justin Made. It was some shit about Justin Made. I think it was the shit with Gunna. It was a High Fashion. Like, oh, that's a mega too though. Oh, you don't want to start. You don't want to start. I think Start With Me and High Fashion. Those are 2 of my favorite songs that I did. The Box was overplayed, so.
Of course, The Box. Roddy Ricch rightfully dominated the charts as we entered into this new decade, leading to even stars such as Justin Bieber and Selena Gomez, literally asking their fans to play their music on silent while they sleep, and begging them to try and help them take over Roddy from #1.
So I just
these
found
niggas
out
begging?
that my album is neck to neck with another incredible artist. I told people before that, you know, it's not about numbers for me, but
If it's not about numbers, why you making that video? Just long.
I would love for the most important album I've ever released to become #1 on all the platforms.
this-
It would mean the absolute world to me.
But it wasn't just Roddy's solo songs either. Combined
Cheap
with
ass
his features like the #1 smash Rockstar with DaBaby, giving us a Billboard top
that
10
was
here
fire,
that
too.
should instantly spark a lot of lockdown nostalgia. Achieving all this success at just 20 years old, Roddy Ricch truly looked
That nigga
unstoppable.
was 20, bruh. Yeah, I'm doing something wrong. I gotta lock in,
some
bro.
even arguing that he was next in line to enter hip hop's big three.
Who said that?
What happened next was the total opposite, and it didn't take long for fans to start to notice.
Yeah, all that shit was so good. I just never foreseen to be here this fast, like, cause it's been a while where it's like, what the f was going on? Cause he was like it was no skips for me. I him from the door. First, I used to think that he was like depressed, like, cause when Nipsey died, I know they was so attached, and that was a mentor of his, and I thought that could affect him.
As some speculated that the tragic loss of fellow rapper Nipsey Hussle may have also impacted Roddy creatively, considering that the two were close friends, and even won their first Grammy together for Racks in the Middle. Well, that was before last year, when Roddy went
around the beach with a rat
in an old storage unit.
Who Grammy? That's Nipsey. Oh.
Was this his freaking locker? Did we just find Roddy Rich's locker?
I just want to make sure you check it and everything's good. This is your problem now. Alright? I just want you guys to check it. I'm giving you back in one piece. I don't want any problems or anything. It's there in one piece.
Well, nigga took the how the fuck he found that shit?
Was this his freaking locker? Did we just find Roddy Rich's locker?
I just want to make sure you check it and everything's good.
So he just randomly left his Grammy there?
Alright?
You don't care about it?
I'm giving you back in one piece. I don't want any problems or anything. It's there in one piece.
While he did eventually get the Grammy back and returned, one thing that Roddy Ricch has still never regained, though, is his height. And as it turns out, everything changed with his next album. When you skyrocketed to the mainstream with a record-setting...
Well, I just like some deepest blue shit. I ain't gonna lie, this one was butt. I think he had one good song. That's how long ago it was. I think it was like 2021. He had one good song in there. It was cool. It was like some vibe shit.
Smash as big as the box, this doesn't just raise expectations, but it can often be a curse in disguise. And if you're not careful, can easily trap your career in a literal box. Because whether he liked it or not, following his debut album, any follow-up attempt that he'd now try would be judged and compared, and thus will almost always feel underwhelming. Something that Roddy himself has acknowledged before.
I talk about just like in life, a steady incline is the best thing. It just in general, like you never want to rise to the top too fast in anything, because usually when you get to the top, there's no other way to go but down.
Right.
After feeling on top of the world at such a young age, Roddy's momentum would indeed take a turn downhill, with the entire industry awaiting his next move in late.
So he called his own. You can't do that then. 25 million. That's no late at night. That was the banger. Man, let me stop singing that shit. Damn, he really like predicted his own. That's why you can't speak shit.
When then arrived Live Life Fast, Roddy's second album released through Atlantic. However, despite calling this a masterpiece with a quote-unquote no-skip policy, and despite Live Life Fast loaded feature list we can read here, this policy was a straight-up lie. There are definitely plenty of skips.
Live Life Fast is definitely a switch up, but sadly it's not a great one. Cause on this record, track after track, I feel like I'm just patiently waiting, sitting here, hoping for Roddy to play to his strengths, but he never really does. Because
so I feel like he was trying to like switch it up.
He's doing here is just absolutely not special or stand out in any way whatsoever, especially in comparison with his pretty good debut album.
With fans hoping to hear Roddy take that next step and evolve into superstar status, instead this was far from the truth. In addition to both lower streaming numbers and first week sales, almost a 50% decrease to
64K?
Roddy's second album, Live Life Fast, simply left the majority of us feeling discdisconnected from that old artist.
Really went from no skips to no
saves. Jokes even started flying around that Roddy Ricch had fired his old ghostwriter. And I will also have to agree, there are times throughout this album where it sounds like a totally different artist. Perhaps Roddy let the success get to his head a little bit, or maybe he really did make some changes to his production scene. Yet, what was worse is how Roddy Ricch responded next. Guess I'm a flop now, Roddy typed on his story following all these negative reviews.
Oh, but he young though, bro.
More for posting another trash snippet. Shit crazy. Before then, Roddy went on to post this peace out emoji to his 7 million followers, and then delete his social media accounts altogether.
So you put out a snippet, right? Why did you get on social media so quick? it felt like it was reactionary.
I feel like shit. The top of the year, you go back to Instagram. Top of the year, I posted a picture. I gotta do what I gotta do. I gotta pop up. Cause niggas saying I disappeared. In my thinking, I ain't disappeared. I've been in my skin this whole time. Shit, I'm here. But I guess maybe the world need to see me a little more present. I guess maybe the world need to hear this music a little more clear.
Later adding to that personal life issues also factored into why he deleted his account. Regardless, while others tried to chalk this album up to being victim of the dreaded sophomore slump, a year later in 2022, then arrived Feed the Streets 3. A clear attempt to return back to that old Roddy Ricch we all loved, with the third installment of his mixtape series. But, although, in my opinion, and as the reviews also reflect, while a tiny step up from Live Life Fast, sadly, this project still failed to stick at all.
It's just mediocre at best. Like, there's nothing that stands out. And when I look at Roddy Ricch and his career, right, he's known as the box guy. And I don't know if he's ever going to be able to come close to that, make a project that has done as good as that.
For a guy like Roddy Ricch,
bro, don't let the critics get in your head, dog.
Choose to craft.
Stay to your truth. Stay how you got there first. Then you switch up. You get
being forced to record music. Even his feature next to Post Malone on Cooped Up, if you ask me, is pretty trash and damn near painful to sit through. But as it stands today, Feed the Streets 3 remains Roddy Ricch's latest project to date, over 3 years in the past. But the even bigger problem, though, is, as we're about to see, all of this same pressure and that fear of letting his fans down again is likely the exact reason why Navy is still locked in the vault. If you thought the rollout for his past two projects was messy, then you will not believe what I'm about to explain. Initially announced all the way back in May of 2024, Roddy Ricch revealed the name of his third album, the Navy album.
Squidward, the robots are running the Navy!
I do remember, because he had dropped a single with that, bro. And that single wasn't bad. So,
as for the reason behind the title, and for choosing the color navy blue.
Survivor's Remorse, that's not bad.
And the album is called The Navy Album?
The Navy Album.
Why?
It's named after my daughter.
Gotcha. Your daughter's named Navy?
Yeah.
Oh, that's beautiful, bro.
When the Navy album was first announced, Roddy and his team gave us this initial release date of December 6th, 2024. And to help reignite some hype, along with the announcement came the album's lead single, Survivor's Remorse. Beginning with the lyrics, let's talk about everything so I can give it some closure. This personal track by Roddy hears him touch on everything from his addictions, the birth of his first child, and the battle of custody, plus this bar to begin verse 2. Imagine if I had $1 for every time that people say I fell off. I'd be a billionaire, he raps.
What's the biggest fault? I got a few people. Here are the nominees. And if they clip this and you hear your name, don't DM me and say, Aqua, put me in there. Just ask yourself, why the is niggas
this
even thinking about
my nerves, bro.
Roddy Ricch, I don't even want to put you in this, but I got you. They said, Roddy, you got to be up in this. Sorry, bro. Yeah, got to bring you up in here.
Whether you believe that Roddy actually fell off or not, I guess depends on your personal definition of the term. However, while you can't deny that his popularity has slipped, I think we were all hoping this Navy album would be the one to bring Roddy back. That his popularity.
Rebrand acceptance. Nah, I ain't gonna lie, Joe butted his ass.
Has slipped.
I haven't heard.
We were all
I heard
hoping
one
this Navy
song,
album
bro.
would be the one to bring Roddy
I can't
back.
name 5 off
And
the
to
top
be
of my
honest,
head, though.
their original release of December 2024 would have been perfect, especially after what went down last June.
Whatever happened to the Drake shit dropping? Like, why did that never come out?
I don't really know, honestly.
Drake shit.
Fair enough.
While Roddy Ricch and Drake have recorded unreleased songs together over the years, such as the leaked In the Cut, that will probably never see the light of day, being the Compton native he is though, and as one of his biggest inspirations, in June of 20...
This nigga Drake, dog. So you holding out on bro's feature, you holding out on the song from bro, cause he'll beef with Kendrick, nigga.
24, prior to Kendrick Lamar taking the stage for his pop-out concert in Inglewood, first, Roddy Ricch came out and had the entire arena rocking, as he ran through his list of platinum hits.
Okay, so we know why he ain't released the song for Drake. We know why Drake didn't release this shit. This nigga got soft. It's coming soon.
As number 2 after this viral concert, it was then up to Roddy to see if he could capitalize. And in an effort to try, arrived another new single titled 911. However, this single was sadly a miss. Along with failing to chart and making very little noise, to make matters worse, it really looked like Atlantic Records had invested a lot of money into this release and promotion, likely feeling too that this was one of Roddy's best chances to spark a comeback, yet the response and streaming numbers showed them all they needed to see. Far from the hit they were hoping for, and as it now appears, 911 will not even make the final track list for the album.
Like, I talked to Roddy Ricch when we went to the Kendrick show.
Okay.
He was there, and we had a quick little conversation, and he still seemed his confident self. Like, he was like, yo, I'm coming, I got this, and nothing.
Over the next few months to close out 2024, Roddy Ricch only continued to claim that his album was still on the way. The Navy album, the 6th of December, came this tweet last October, which has since been deleted from his page. This original date of December 6, 2024, would have also marked the exact 5-year anniversary of his Please Excuse Me debut album, adding yet another great reason he should have dropped. Not to mention what happened only
5 years, bro.
Released as quite the pleasant surprise, out of nowhere in 2024 arrived GNX, and included in the 12-song tracklist of Kendrick Lamar's 6th album is a short feature by Compton artist Roddy Ricch on Dodger Blue. And despite only singing a few lines right here in the hook, this collab Dodger Blue would go on to mark Roddy Ricch's first time back on the Billboard charts in over 3 years, which, when we consider the previous heights he had soared to so fast, is pretty crazy to think about.
It was like, I had to. There was no other option. You know, and for him to even, you know, for me it was like, I know everybody was there, but for them to
damn, that nigga Kendrick bought the whole
you know, that was like bigger than anything.
Yeah.
Build a website you love with Wix. For your words,
Roddy Ricch's contribution to GNX at least reminded the world that he is still alive and does in fact still make music, contrary to the popular Google search. But yet, despite one of the biggest stars on the planet having swooped in now twice as the month of December 2024 finally rolled around, the Navy album was nowhere to be found, fumbling yet another perfect opportunity. Almost 7 months after he announced it in advance, and we still had...
Literally, and then he had the heat on him after the dang concert, bro. You should have dropped that shit, bro. It don't matter, niggas think it's trash, bro.
Well, besides this quick post by Roddy, the Navy album, 2025.
My problem is that he dropped singles earlier. Like,
you got fans that want to hear you,
dog. I don't remember, and
I never understood this, bro. Like, I ain't gonna hold you, bro. I hate when Uzi and Cardi do this, bro. Like, y'all overhype it, and then it's like when it finally drop, y'all think like, damn, like, how the fuck niggas not fucking with my shit? Now, a whole lot of red. That shit first dropped. That shit was ass. I promise you. I was listening. I said, man, what is this? Like, this shit. Eternal Take 2 at first, bro. I was like, it's alright. Like, but a whole lot of red, bro. I remember playing that shit, bro. My cousin was crying because that shit was ass. Like, but then it started growing on people, bro. So I feel like if you just drop it, bro, just drop it.
Oh, he's gonna drop his album soon, and then didn't. So are these rappers just allergic to having a good album rollout? Like, look at A$AP Rocky, Roddy Ricch. It's like practically no rollout at all.
To try and help ease some of the pain, rather than the previously announced album, Roddy did give fans another new single last December instead. This one titled Lonely Road, featuring Terrence Martin. But at this point, though, being only the first delay, most fans were able to tolerate it. Sure, they were upset to have to wait longer, but it's nothing we've never seen before. Rappers lie all the time.
All the time. I was just talking about
2025 kicked off, we had no idea that this fumbled album rollout was about to get so much worse. 5 times worse, to be exact. If you were to tell me at the beginning of 2025 that an entire year was about to pass and Navy was still not released, I probably would have called you insane. But yet, here we are. Following the Navy album's first unexpected delay, again only hours before it was supposed to release, the next release date we were given was then for February 21st,
February 21st, bro.
Only for this day
that was 11 months ago.
Finally passed with not a word from Roddy Ricch or his team. From February, it was then rescheduled to April 25th. However, of course, April 25th would come and go without a peep. And the same with its next
crazy,
date, July 18th.
And they're not even saying nothing.
Of momentum here too that he had built from his F1 movie.
Nah, this
next
nigga
date,
lying.
July 18th.
This nigga lying. Look, whoever's editing this, making this video, this nigga lying. He posted that shit April 9th. Why'd you say April 25th? If the album's supposed to come out 25th. That means they said something.
Fumbling a little bit of momentum here too that he had built from his F1 movie single. By now, fans were definitely starting to get impatient, which it's understandable why, seeing as we had now been lied to multiple times.
It was time to talk about someone else who's scared. I thought the West was up. That's what I thought.
Bro.
Easy outlook if you would have dropped your album in February. Like
in February, bro.
Keep in mind too that throughout all of these annoying delays, fans have been basically left in total darkness, with no reason or explanation for these last-minute changes. October 24th would follow suit and pass by with nothing. And then came our most recent release date, as of this video, December 5th, 2020.
I haven't seen the release date for the Navy album by Roddy Ricch in 5 days after it was delayed multiple times. December 1st, bro. I want to see, is that Joe still like, he took it off and then got another single. This nigga took the Navy album off. Oh, shit. Survivor's Remorse was fire, though, bro. I give him that. Damn. You can't even find that bitch on that no more.
But, to no one's surprise, the Navy album was removed entirely off of every streaming music site and pre-save platform, only 3 days before it was scheduled to drop, self-destroying its hype all over again.
And just for the record, it's worse now because it's not just that the Navy album.
Yeah, the Navy
it's
album.
It's not just that that's pushed back. It's been completely deleted off Apple Music.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So there's not even a pre-page anymore.
Oh, wow.
Having raised the total up to 5 delays in just this past year alone, the Navy album is honestly already a meme before it's even out. At this point, just tell Roddy to keep that. The top comment jokes actually had some interesting.
I didn't even know ASAP Rocky. I don't listen to him.
But
so.
it has fully faded. Crazy how artists destroy the hype for their own projects. I can wait for something that is a year away, but don't tell me that it's 2 months away on 5 separate occasions.
No bullshit.
Well,
like,
of course, Roddy Ricch, as usual, is like the 4th or 5th time that his album, The Navy, has been pushed back.
Now, this is a one-of-one album because I have never seen an album get announced a release date just to get delayed. This many times. I think it's been about 5 times now.
With each delay that passes, the anticipation for new Roddy Ricch music is continuing to fade more and more. Like, take one look at his Instagram comments, and you'll see that they are flooded with disappointed users who are
Tomorrow
tired
is
of
the
being
day we are all waiting for
Even
the
some of
comeback.
Roddy's own fans are now calling him a former rapper. However, while there's no denying that all these delays have been terrible for his momentum, we still need to answer one big question. What is causing all these delays in the first place? Is it really just Roddy being scared of another potentially poor response? Or is it his label holding him back? Over the past decade, Atlantic Records has developed an extremely poor reputation when it comes to managing rappers. From Cardi B, Meek Mill, Gucci Mane, Lupe Fiasco, and Lil Uzi Vert, just to name a few, countless big names have
And then Uzi just got released from them. Okay, Roddy might
come out and publicly complained about their issues.
You know what else is crazy? Nah, I'm gonna say that for another time.
Issues with Atlantic.
I just put two and
If you
two
ask
together.
Joe Budden, Joe believes that Roddy's release issues and all 6 of these delays stem back to problems with his label.
Since all Julie and Craig leaving Atlantic,
He's
what
Atlantic.
artist at Atlantic?
Yeah, I forgot he's over there.
He's in the rut.
Yeah.
I can imagine people on Atlantic trying to do Lil Uzi Vert.
I can see it.
Get me though out of town.
Yeah, get me out of here.
Atlantic people, if I'm wrong, call somebody phone and know me.
Believing that Roddy's current label issue may be similar to Lil Uzi Vert's.
Yeah.
Who, at least according to the
Because
popular
he
theory,
was supposed to like. That's the reason why he dropped that Eternal Take 2 album. It was, but it was just to release him from Atlantic
Frank pulled a
Records.
Frank Ocean last year and released his Eternal Take 2 album simply to get out of his contract with Atlantic. While never actually confirmed, Uzi himself has hinted at this multiple times on social media. Yet, in the case here of Roddy Ricch and the Navy
Yeah, I
album,
sure did.
if a label such as Atlantic knows that something will significantly underperform, like his last 2 projects have, then they will often decide to shelve it, rather than waste the money if they know they can't recoup. Which, sadly, this not only sucks for artists as they are no longer in control, but also for us fans who just want to hear new music.
That shit
Live
crazy.
Life
That's what I
Fast or
mean,
something,
bro. Like,
wasn't received well.
Right.
I think they're scared of that. Or whether it be him, the label, somebody, we can't have another one of those.
and they just
If
keep
you ask
pissing
me,
this shit.
I
Like,
believe
they
we're
got
seeing a
control
little
like
of
that,
both.
bro.
Roddy Ricch is likely worried about another potential miss, and Atlantic is scared of having to pay for it. But whatever the issue really is behind the scenes, in my opinion, Roddy and his team just need to release the album and accept whatever response comes with it. Because the longer they wait, the worse it will continue to get. You already have some suggesting he should scrap this rollout altogether and start over from scratch. But again, if the Navy album is another flop, then they have no one else to blame but themselves.
Like, come on, dog. I did not know they was on the same record. That's the reason why they was trying to fake beef with each other, bro. And I'm just now realizing that, like, they tried to fake beef with each other, but they're both on the same. But they both on the same contract, on the same label, so it makes sense. Hopefully, Roddy Ricch dropped this album, bro. This jump been delayed 8, 10, 20 times, bro. You can drop the album, bro. But Atlantic Records, I forgot. They always pulling the strings and shit. We were talking about the other day with FaZe. This nigga always pulling the strings, controlling niggas. I know it's getting tiring, bro. Why the fuck does that happen, bro? The industry's so weird. Every industry. But I hope y'all enjoyed that video, man. Peace.